Hello everyone, this is Julie with Craft with Julie, and today we're going to do layout number 1 from the Keeping Traditions scrapbooking workshop from Stampin Up. I had you guys vote online if you wanted to do Halloween or Christmas, and it was overwhelming. Everybody wanted to do Christmas, so we're diving into the holidays. So we're going to be working on this layout number 1, and then next week we'll do 2, and then next week we'll do 3. So make sure you click subscribe so you don't miss out on this series. I love the scrapbooking workshops. If you've been here for a minute, you know that I take them and then change them to my preference and also my photos. And so today is no different. We're going to be changing it up just a little bit. But each kit comes with, excuse me, each kit comes with this guide where it shows you how to cut the papers. So I've already done that and separated them. So the 1 is for first layout, 2 is for the second layout, and 3 is for the third layout. Super easy to follow. And then you'll have more detailed instructions on how to put your pages together, including measurements on how to place them on your page. It also comes with punch outs, and they make it super easy by putting the project number on the back. So I've already punched out the ones for today's video, and then we get this fun sticker sheet, so you have a lot of different options. You don't use everything, so you can mix and match to what you want to use for your projects. So this is how layout number 1 kind of lays out. I didn't grab the stickers, so there's more florals to it, but this is how it is originally set up. Actually, sorry, I was playing with it. This is how it's originally set up. So it has the secret sea blue and the green and the florals. The pictures I'm going to scrapbook today are actually going to be of my kids decorating these huge gingerbread cookies I found at Costco. If you have a membership, you probably recognize those. It comes with all the fun candies and stuff like that. So they like to decorate something every year. This year it was a gingerbread men. And so I looked through my stamps and I found this one, Jars of Joy, that has a gingerbread man in it. So I might be using this stamp set along with the other elements. So stick around and we will change up this layout to better suit my photos. So let's see what we do with it. Okay, so I kind of took everything off and I'm starting from more of the bare bones of what is included. So for the base, it's going to be this green plaid. Something I always like to do is check out what I have on the other side. This is that blue pattern, but I do like the green, so I'm going to stick with that. And then we have this secret C piece, and it tells me to put it at 1 7/8 and a 1/2 inch down. So I'm gonna go ahead and add that real quick. So they tell me where to put these things. And for the most part, I follow because they know what looks good, right? And 1 7/8. Well, I think I'm just gonna scooch that over. Maybe I'm looking at the wrong thing. No, that's right. I'm gonna just scooch it over so it's at, oh, I guess that's 1 7/8. I was thinking it's clear over here. Never mind, that was right. I was thinking the measurement's wrong. Okay, so I'm gonna add that. Now this had a green piece. I felt like the green got lost, and so I grabbed out of my stash just a white piece of cardstock, and I'm going to add that instead of the green. So I did add one thing out of my stash, which is this white piece of cardstock. I think everybody has white, right? And then the pictures that they included were 3 by 3. Well, I have these photos that are more 4 by 3, and it was hard to even cut these down because the gingerbread men were more longer. And so I'm just gonna change that up a little bit. I'm still gonna do the 3 photos, and it looks like they suggest like 3/8 down and 5/8 over. So I'm just gonna put them kind of like right there for now. And then we had this pattern, and I didn't really like this pattern, but look what's on the back. Isn't that cute? So I cut these down to fit in between my photos. So we kind of have about the same amount of white all the way around. And then I can add the goodies to that. So let me come over to this page. Okay, so we had this big floral one in the center with the green. I like the green because I have green over here. But like I said, we're gonna flip that over and use the polka dot. I think it's Cherry Cobbler is the color. And it's 1 1/4 and 1 1/2. So let's add that really quick. All right, so I said 1 1/2 and 1 1/4. See if we can get this straight. Okay, and then this one goes down 1 inch. So that's the back side. Definitely want to use this green polka dot stripe green. So that goes down 1 inch. So it's about 1/2 inch above and below. Okay, and I'm going to do the same photos, or here we go. I'm going to do the 4x6 photos. Now this photo right here is 2 4x3s put together. So on my photo printer, I just printed off the whole thing and I just left them. I didn't cut them in half. And so that's how I did that. I love my photo printer. If you need a good one, the Epson 400 is amazing. And I do have a link to that in the description of the video if you want to check it out. Maybe a Christmas gift, because that's what mine was. Or was it a birthday? I can't remember. I think it was Christmas. Okay, so now we have that. So now we can start decorating a little bit. We have our stickers. Let's see, we have our punch outs already punched out. So let's see what sticker options we have. We have this green one. We can put across the bottom here. And let's see. I don't want to cover up what they're doing per se. So I'm going to put it at about 1 3/4 inches to add kind of that darker green on this side. So a little bit more green. And then there are some flowers, but I think I'm going to hold off on the flowers. I do love this Oh What's Fun. I think that's appropriate for decorating cookies. So I'm going to grab some dimensionals. I like to add dimensionals to the stickers so I can move them around and decide where I want them. I can put that up there or down here. And like I mentioned, I do have that gingerbread house that I can use as well. So I think that's, or Making Merry, is that a sticker? They're right in front of me. Making Merry, we can maybe add that to the other side. So we have the blue and the blue. So let me add some dimensionals to this so we can easily move it around. And maybe put it on this side somewhere. So I'll just put that right there. And we have these numbers. So I'm guessing they're dates of when the pictures were taken, maybe. And then we do have that December documented die cut too. Okay, so let's see what else we can add. Okay, so now comes the fun part of all the fun little decorations. So I've actually grabbed a bunch of stuff from my stash and we're gonna just go for it and see what happens. So I mentioned this stamp set in the beginning, the Jar of Joy, and it does match the punch from our other jar stamp set that we already have. So if you have the other one, and I believe it was like, it had candles in it and cookies and shamrocks, and so it was definitely a all around year stamp set. This one's more Christmas and holiday, but it does cut out the jar. So I am going to stamp one of these little guys because I have the gingerbread. So let me just move this up for a second and bring in some ink. So I think I'm gonna do the Early Espresso, Pecan Pie, and Secret C. I'm also gonna grab my stamp mat just to help me get a better image. So I decided to stamp the jar in Secret C instead of black because we have all that Secret C on the page. It's just a really dark blue, and when my daughter was looking at this page as I was figuring out what I wanted to do, she thought it was black. So perfect, right? So I'll do the Secret C jar, and then let's do the inside. So this is the one that has the color on the inside in Pecan Pie or Pecan Pie, depending on where you're from. And carefully set that in there. So everything has that nice brown, light brown. And then we'll do the outline stamp in Early Espresso. So we'll keep the brown so they look like the cookies and stamp that right over. Now here's the tricky part, is to get it, I think I'm gonna scooch it more towards me to get it lined up. And I have an extra here just in case I mess it up. I think, we'll see. Oh, that turned out good. Okay, so we have our little jar, and then we can punch that out. Just slide that down to where the jar is and punch it. And then I went into my stash of extra papers that were left over from the kit and grabbed some Secret C, and I'm going to do the top of the jar in Secret C. So it matches the rest of it. Okay, so I think that is done. Scooch it off to the side. Make sure we're all still in camera. All right, so I think I'm gonna add that down here. And then I dug in my stash again and I found this, I think it's called golden trim or something like that, trimmings. I need to check to see if it's still available. It was kind of a last year item, but I cut out all of these fun twigs, I guess, or what do we call these? Fern, or I don't know, pine. Oh, I can't think of the name. Anyway, so I cut a bunch of those that I could decorate with as well. So maybe I'll add a couple down here. Now these are cut out of garden green, so it's a little bit different of a green than this one. And you can flip them over. Let's see, let's just do a small one. Okay. And then this was our sticker up here. So maybe we can add a couple up here by this sticker. And we do have this sticker, Making Merry. We can put it down here. And then we have the December Documented, and I think I tried it over here, and I felt like it was too far away from everything, so I actually think I'm gonna move it over here to just kind of be cohesive. And we could add some greenery to this as well. You do maybe one, oops, dropping them, kind of like that. And then I think this top part needs a little bit of something, so let's add maybe a bunch of them across the page. Let's see. We can flip them over and use the opposite side because they're all kind of going the same direction. So let me flip that one over, and it'll just be different hues, just like regular Christmas. I can't even remember the name. Is it Boughs? Boughs? Okay. You can tell I'm not quite in Christmas mode yet, but I will get there. So this was our decorating quite a few years ago, because if you can see, there's Trevor right there, and there is no Lila. And Lila came a couple years later, if I remember correctly. So this is, the kids were little, and we've kind of graduated onto like doing houses and stuff now instead of the gingerbread men. One year we did houses, and I posted them on, or no, no, they were gingerbread men, and I posted them on social media, and I had my friends on social media choose a winner, and then that person got a $20 bill. So that was fun to watch them, the kids, compete. Maybe I don't want 3, maybe I just want the 2. Okay, now I do have these flowers if I want to add them in somewhere. So I could add them in with the greenery, maybe. I have these red ones, I can add in those. And we also have the stickers. So let's take a peek at what we have for the stickers and see if those would work at all. So we have these larger ones. Maybe they could go up here and do kind of like a large section right there. So let me grab, let's see, where did my dots go? There's some dots. Let's see what this looks like and see if we like it. See my process here. But really, you can do these pages as is, or you can add in your own touch of things that you have around. And it does have the blue in there. It has a light blue, so maybe I won't, well, it kind of matches these. Maybe I won't care as much. Something like that, maybe. But then I feel like we need something down here. Let's see what else we got. Oh, we have the little these little guys, and I think we have like one more sticker, or we can do the 7 or that pink sticker. So we still do have some options. Let me grab, oops, here's a few of them. I'm dropping everything off my desk. Oh, that's the top. Okay. Maybe we can add, actually, I think, let's see, we had 1, 2, 3. Maybe I would like to just add that 3rd flower down here. Let's see how this looks. And again, I love to use the dimensionals to kind of hold their spot until I can decide what I want to do. Maybe add making memory up there. So there's letters, and then there is this one I can put down here. Or I could put this 25 right here. So that brings the blue in. Put that right there down below that. Okay, I think I am starting to like how this is going. So let's attach a few things and then see what else we can add to this page. Okay, so I think I attached everything where I want it. I ended up taking the 2 flowers are up here and put them down here with the little 25, then adding one here. So I have my triangle and have my triangle. And then I found this green banner just hanging out on my desk, and it was actually meant for this layout, and I had just kind of lost it in the shuffle. So I put it there, and then I'm going to put Making Merry right there with this little collection, and my dimensionals poking out. So I'm just going to scooch that back in so you don't see that. Okay, and I'm liking how this is coming. And we have some options for bling, because you know the page is not done until we have used some bling. So here are the deer dots. And then I actually had some of these left over from last year, the real red and white peppermints, super popular. And I want to say they were on the last chance section. So if you want some, go grab them. Here's a couple extra I had. And I think I might add some peppermints just because it is a fun and decorating, even though we have the flowers. So we kind of toned it. We're going to do beautiful and whimsy all at the same time. How about that? And let's add, no, I think I'm going to just add a peppermint. Another one up here. Then I have these little baby ones that I can add. So I have the, and then maybe, oh, let's do some smaller ones down here. Maybe I'm going a little too crazy with the peppermints, but look how cute that is. So adorable. And then add some right here next to this little guy. And so I think we're good without those dots. And maybe add a couple little peppermints in the greenery up here. Small one, and then add just one more small one down here. Okay, I think this page is done. What do you think? It went from, where's my page? My instruction sheet. So it went from this to this. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, I would love a thumbs up. Maybe leave me a comment. And make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos. And come back next week and we'll work on layout number 2. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.